Hello, and welcome to Design Live, and the only presentation with the word shitty in the title. I was actually a little afraid, yeah, applause for that. I was actually a little afraid that that title might offend, and in fact I was really impressed that the conference people actually approved it. But obviously you're a good-natured bunch of people who appreciate the occasional poop joke, and I'm glad you're here. I'm really excited myself to be here because design with humor is something that I feel really strongly about. And I'm really thrilled to be talking to you about it today. Feel free to tweet along during the talk at @HowLive or #DesignWithHumor, and we'll keep the conversation going during and after the presentation. First, I want to give you a little context about me. My website URL is www.heatherbradley.me, that's M-E, and that has worked out great because my name was also Heather Bradley. I'm a creative strategist who's created digital products, marketing campaigns, and brand identities for a variety of Fortune 500 companies as well as small startups throughout New York City and Seattle and beyond. I've always had a love of comedy, and I even took classes way back in the day at Second City Improv with some pretty famous comedians. But I quickly learned that as a spectacular failure at improv that I should probably focus on visual communication instead. But I did learn a lot. These are just some examples of the work I've collaborated on and some of the clients I've worked with. I started my career freelancing and working at various digital agencies. My clients have included Comedy Central, NBC Digital, Staples, Godiva, 17, Open Runway, One Night of Flowers, and more. When I moved to New York City in 2000, I became the creative director for a teen, award-winning teen website called Girl.com, which is owned by Prime Media and later owned by iVillage. At that point, I became an art director at iVillage. How many people are familiar with iVillage here? Okay, great. It's one of the largest women's portals, and it's very much appealing to a wide group of people, so it's always been a challenge to be funny on that site because we don't want to offend people and we want to kind of be middle ground, but at the same time we have to be entertaining. I've also mentored hundreds of graphic design students as an adjunct professor at New York University. And I collaborated with my sister, who's a comedy writer, Erin Bradley, on a illustrated book called The Rock and Roll Field Guide to Guys. You could check that out. It's a little ridiculous, but Penguin was nice enough to publish it for us. Oops. Scroll down a sec. So about 2 years ago, I left New York City to come be the creative director at Cheeseburger, which is, a huge comedy empire with 50 sites, everything from Failblog to I Can Have Cheeseburger to There I Fixed It, and everything you can think of. And last month, I actually just moved on from Cheeseburger to work on some independent projects, one of which is to collaborate with a former producer from Comedy Central on working on the design of a new comedy album. And I'm exploring lots of new opportunities with visual humor. So, you may be wondering, what does shitty typography on a cat have to do with the sophisticated craft of graphic design? Well, thanks to my stint at Cheeseburger, where I spent 2 years analyzing how 16 million people a month responded to funny imagery, I've learned a few things. And I want to share those to you in today's talk. We're going to explore the following 4 questions. 1, why should you, as a designer, be funny? 2, why might you be avoiding being funny? 3, how can you be funnier? And 4, how are you going to screw it up? To illustrate the points, I'm going to be showing you a variety of examples from designers and design agencies from all over the world. So what exactly is shitty typography on a cat? Well, how many of you are familiar with lolcats? Raise of hands. Okay, most of you, right? Lolcats are just part of a larger trend online of this wildly popular shared visual humor that, and most of the time it's called image macros or memes. And it could be anything from cats with funny typography on it, usually poorly done typography, to dogs, to illustration, to even celebrities and collages, infographics, videos. But what they all share in common is they're all kind of shitty. And they all have this sort of lo-fi, I made it in my garage, or I'm a teenager, even if I'm a 60-year-old man, like, who put this together? And even though they're shitty, they're all very funny, and they're very popular. So I think funny is a tool that not enough of us designers are using.